Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus, and yes, I'm back again. I'm back early because I'm dealing with some stuff I just don't understand why people have to deal with. And what is that? Pain and suffering. I'm a social scientist, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm one thing extra beyond that. I am a guy who God decided to show a miracle. When I say God, I'm talking about an invisible spirit that you can't see, can't touch, can't feel, but when the spirit has done something, anything that it's supposed to get your attention, it gets it. And it's not a burning bush. It gets just as exciting and as unique. And when it happens, you know it. But it doesn't just happen. It happens for a purpose. And why would I be given some information that you don't have? Basically, to share with you what you don't have. And I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that there is a God, an invisible power. Now listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to say this, and you should understand this. You call yourself smart. You got all kinds of PhDs and degrees and lawyers and doctors and this and that, masters, and you call yourself smart. Every last one of you know that this whole earth and this universe was made by not human beings. Now you can call them aliens, you can call them whatever you want to call them, but people that look like you and I who got the same sustenance required for survival, now we had nothing to do with making this earth. But this earth was made, and you and I are on it. And everything that we need to live as though we are in heaven has been given to us. And that invisible power that made each of us, made us so each of us require the same sustenance to keep on living. And it's enough in this earth, on this earth, above this earth, seen and unseen, that human beings for all eternity can continue to exist. I don't care what your limited mind think. Unlimited. And that is for us to live as though we are in heaven. None of us brought anything into this earth except what that little gift God gave us to apply ourselves in that creative process. And that isn't ours. That's just instilled in us so we can have something specific to do. And we come on this plane rather than just sitting down, running around, walking around in circles like we crazy and stupid and dumb and ignorant. We got something to do. Every last one of us. And we engage ourselves. And when we engage ourselves, we create every dead blasted thing that we need. Food, clothing, shelter, transportation, education, health care. You name it, going to the moon, going to Mars, making rockets, making flying cars, making submarine cars. All of that stuff is at our disposal. And all we have to do is work it out together for us. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? If we worked it out for us, we'd have heaven on earth. But that isn't happening. Why? Because you heard people say I'm an alpha male. Now, I don't know what the heck that's supposed to mean. But it suggests that one got more balls than the other. And to prove that they got more balls than the other, they'll take advantage of people. They'll discriminate. They'll do any kind of thing just to say I'm better. But you're not. And those of you who don't consider yourselves alpha, you still know that you didn't come here on your own, and that alpha person didn't get you here. And you are supposed to survive, and that alpha person will rob you. Listen here. Listen to Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump is mafia-oriented from day one. From coming onto the earth, he looked like, to me and to some other people, the way he acts like Rosemary's Baby, the devil. Took him 70-some years to get to this point, but he's here now. And you know what? He's not alone. He's got a third of this nation just like him, who are willing to kill, who are willing to murder. Yeah, you know, you got the prisons right now filled up with people that you say have committed this crime and that crime. Running over. We say we got the highest prison population in the world. But let me tell you this. That is nothing compared to those people who serve Donald Trump. They are willing to bomb this country. They are willing to blow up towns and cities and whole ethnicities. That's the kind of stuff they got in them. Everybody knows that Donald Trump is a devil. They called him that before he came into the presidency, and the more they called him a devil, the more he got rewarded for it. And now, he loves the fact that he's a devil. He just loves it. He tells everybody, I am the everything. I'm God. And he means it. He wants you to treat him just like he's God. And those Republican senators that you saw in the Congress, yeah, they were treating him just like God. And the rest of you who didn't like it, they don't give a damn. And not only that, they will stand beside somebody killing you. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it happens every day. You hear about it every day in these banana republics in Russia, in all these places where you got people trying to be God. They just kill, kill, kill. And everybody right now in the United States of America that acts like they love Donald Trump, they know Donald Trump will kill, kill, kill anybody in this country. Why? Because it makes him feel big. He wants to do more killing than Putin. He wants to do more killing than the guy in North Korea. He wants to do more killing than Hitler and Mussolini. He just want to kill. Because to him, that's me. I'm powerful. I'm the greatest man that ever lived on the face of the earth. I had everybody scared of me. And you love it. You love it. Right now, he's held as unbeatable in the United States for the next presidency. Well, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see if I can do this within the next 3 minutes. When it comes down to this presidential election, I want you to look at something. In the middle, you know, you talk about the centrist. I want you to look in the middle. That's where you got your Democrats. That's where you got your independents. That's where you got your green. And all other little different parties, we're going to put them in the middle with the Democrats. They are the people who haven't gone straight to hell yet. They're on the path, but they ain't there yet. And some of them don't even know they're on the path. Now that's that one group. On the other end, let's go left or right, it doesn't make any difference. Let's go right. On that end is Satan, the devil. That's what's on one end. Now why do I say the devil? Because on that end is the lying and the cheating and the bigotry and every ugly thing you can think of. And it is headed by Donald Trump. Now, you have heard it said that the devil goes to and fro back all over the earth trying to see what he can conquer, trying to see what he can destroy, what he can kill. That's all Donald Trump been doing since he's been in the White House for the 3 going on 4 years. That's all he's been doing, destroying crap. Evil as evil can be. He's been on television every day since he's been president, lying, lying, lying. He's the big. You never seen a liar like Donald Trump. And now he's asked for support. And their plan is to confuse you, the American people, by just overloading you with lies and misinformation and lies and misinformation and lies and misinformation. Hey, you so darn confused you don't know what to do. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. They might overwhelm the media and access with all kinds of crap. But one thing you do know, you don't know whether that stuff is true or not. It could be true, it could not. But one thing you do know is true. Lying, no good, stinking, no good human being. You know Donald Trump is that. So you don't even have to worry about everything else. You just don't get, unless you're a low-down, stinking devil, you just don't get in that line with Donald Trump, because that's all he's promoting. Okay, I gave you the middle, and I gave you the right. On the other extreme is God. Is God. And what does God offer you? What I just said. This earth. And all that this earth can do. To whom? To every last one of you. For what? For your enjoyment. For your heaven on earth. What it costs you? Just keep it. Treat people like you want to be treated. Respect God as the power, and no human being on the face of the earth, I don't care how big he is, how tall he is, what color he is, how long his hair is, how short his hair is, how color his eyes is, or not. God you can't see. And there's no difference in the way you treat anybody on earth. You treat them the same as you want to be treated. Now, when you do that, you got everything you need. Everything. Now, that's God. This is what is put before you for the 2020 presidential election. Over 30 of you don't care what I say about Donald Trump. You're going to vote for Donald Trump. You can't help yourself because you are just like Donald Trump. Now, I know you don't think there's anything wrong with Donald Trump. You don't think there's anything wrong with Donald Trump. You think he's a gift from God. And if you don't, go to those evangelicals and those fundamentalist Christians that are supporting Donald Trump. They used to talk about a God of love. They still call themselves evangelicals and fundamentalists. And they say they're serving God by serving Donald Trump. Now all of a sudden, Donald Trump, God is a Republican, God is a Democrat, God is a lying, cheating, no good, bigot, racist, homophobe. And that's where they're leading him. But there's another God who's sitting right back there saying, you can have the desires of your heart, but you got to walk this way. And if you don't walk this way, God is not going to force you. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you're driving, I think I saw on the news this morning, it might have been, I don't know where that place was. It's been doing a lot of raining. I don't know if it's in Tennessee. But it's like the highway. You know, like that yellow line down the middle. Looked like one side of it just dropped off. To where? I don't know. But just dropped off. Now, if you were riding a great distance before you get there and you stay in that lane and you're just driving in that lane not paying attention, I'm going to tell you something. When you get to that part where it dropped off at, your butt dropping off too. And you were a good, wonderful person as far as you know. You haven't done anything to abuse anybody as far as you know. But when you get to that point, you're going to drop off. And there's nothing going to grab you to save you. And if anything did, it wouldn't save all of you. Just save one or two. It might just save one. And what's that purpose? For that person to come back and tell everybody else to get off that road. Because on that road is a drop off. And everybody staying on this road going to go straight down. That's the purpose of that one that was saved. Now, who's going to listen to that one? That's what I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen. I was saved from the drop-off to come back and tell you. But Trump is going to get a third. The Democrats and the others, they hoping they win. So maybe they'll get a little bit more because people don't want to go through Trump again for nothing. And when it comes down to God, what I just shared with you about God would get one vote. One vote. And who would that come from? It would come from me. It wouldn't come from no preachers. It wouldn't come from any members of the churches. It won't come from my family members unless they're my kids. My kids might just do it because I'm their dad. But other than that, God wouldn't get not one other vote. Why? Because people don't know God. They're not mean against God. They don't know God. What I'm telling them about God right now, they never heard this stuff before. The only thing they heard about is if you die, you maybe can go to heaven later. And that's a bunch of misinformation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's 13. I'm going to be 14 minutes. I'm not going to talk to you any longer, even though I need to. Until next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying, don't you let them devils trick you. Bye.